Stephanie Winter with New Thought Coaching, and let's talk about the elephant or the kitten in the room, the Great Awakening of 2020. What is the Great Awakening of 2020? What is this catchphrase jargon that everyone's tossing around? Well, you're looking at it. Look in a mirror. The Great Awakening is you. It is you coming back to yourself. It's me coming back to myself. This year, 2020, has been obviously crazy, the craziest year. I was kind of stoked when it happened. 2015 to 2019 were a real struggle for me. So once the pandemic hit, I was like, okay, this levels the playing field. Now we're all struggling together. I can do this. But I really also went a little bit crazy. Like, what the hell is going on? What is really going on? There's pandemic, there's 5G, there's One World Order, all these conversations are going on. And thank God for Dr. Erin Haskell, who was running her 9 a.m. prayers, because I jumped on those meditations every single day and I got my mind right. At 9 a.m., we were coming together in prayer to know the truth. And through those prayers, through those guided meditations, I had a vision that's been coming to me for several years now. Just a vision of myself sitting on a southwest facing patio. It's just the Great Awakening. You got to stop all the chatter. Stop all the chatter. There's so much chatter out there. There's, people telling you to think this way, do this, you've got this problem, you need this solution. And just like, shut up. You just want the world to shut up. And meditating does that. Sitting quietly, you hear your own voice. That's it. Chatter, 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 chatter. But the longer you sit in this practice, it is a practice. The longer you sit in that practice, you'll notice the chatter starts to die out. It's like your brain is a computer and it needs to defragment. And we're constantly inputting. And we never take a second to look at all the things we've downloaded. What are all those documents in our folder, in our files? We need to go through all of those things. And so 10 minutes every day, just sit down with your own thoughts, tell the rest of the world to shut up, and let yourself be your guide. Let yourself be your own guru. Like I said, for several years, I've been in and out of the ebb and flow of meditation. And when the pandemic started, I went hard into it and I just kept having this vision. Now, I had no means of moving out. I was living in an apartment or a house with roommates. And I just know this vision has been given to me. And as I'm listening to these meditations and being given the confidence to follow through with these visions, next thing you know, I've got this gorgeous freaking apartment with a southwestern view. I drove to the apartment. I'd never been to these apartments before in my life. I just drove and I called and I said, what do you have available? They gave me a list of 8 units. I drove around the complex, found the patio I wanted, and I live here. So I don't know how else to explain that. I would have never done that on my own. Those would have never been my own thoughts. If I had consulted with friends, what do you think I should do? How do you think I should live my life? I would have never gotten the answer. I would have never grown outside of myself. I would have never taken that leap of faith. The Great Awakening is you. If you need help meditating, you don't. You need help to find 10 minutes by yourself. You can do that. If there is one thing you do for yourself today, if there is one thing you do for yourself every single day, I ask you to give yourself 10 minutes to defragment your brain. Maybe don't call it meditation. Maybe meditation puts too much on you. Just defragment your brain. I will share with you, I have my meditation pillow that I sit on, and I do it in front of a mirror because when I get distracted, I need to check myself back in. So, welcome to your Great Awakening.